Right, day 86. Just got back from my 10K, took a quick shower. I've been using pickles, like pickle chips. They're like chopped up pickles to help with the cramping, and that really helped this morning. Took some pickles this morning, had some pickle juice. Went on my run, the 10K, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm starting to feel it. The transition, like it's a consistent reminder that being at this weight and moving, attempting to move like this is very difficult. I know there's a lot of people that do it at this weight, but consistently, it's great. I think, like for me, for my body, I think like 195 to 205 will be the comfortable zone where I can run long distances and maintain energy throughout without having to own too much wear on my joints. I think musculature-wise, I'm fine. Like I've never taken steroids or anything like that, so I've never put like extreme load on that stuff. I think overall, I would say I'm in a pretty good place in terms of physique and health. But if I really want to pursue this running thing, right, or this triathlon style lifestyle, then because at the end of the day, it's a lifestyle. It's not really like just about the competition, So with that taken into consideration, gotta keep on working at the weight. I feel like it's kind of, it's a little cheap way to get there, but when you go through some harder times in life, you end up losing a little bit of weight because of all the stress and the lack of like eating that happens, because it's hard to eat when you're going through some things, So acknowledging that and riding the wave with that weight loss, and then riding into like a good consistent eating format, like using it as kind of a reset, you gotta not cheat the system, but work with what you're given, right? Anywho, on that note, we got back day. We're gonna do some row movements. Now that my neck is feeling better, I think I want to get back into doing bent over rows, depending on how I'm feeling. We gotta start with some mobility, move into maybe some bent over rows, more like rather than machine movements, more like following the kinetic chain movements like that. So bent over rows. Of course, I'll still continue to do like weightlifting for the time being. I think it's my safe zone. I like using it as my way of like, okay, I'm doing something every day. Some days it's just like the transition is harder than others. Anyway, on that note, we're gonna focus on some more rows today. Maybe we'll pose after. I think it's been a little bit since I've posted a posing session, and feeling pretty good. On that note, see you guys at the gym. All right. Started the back workout after doing some mobility. Really focused on my shoulder mobility before moving over here, but started the pull-ups per usual. I think I did 4 sets of these. Took as many reps as possible on the pull-up, and then using the weight-assisted pull-up to get a few more reps out. I'm already pretty exhausted at this point, so I'm going for as much as I can, but I'm not trying to like tear anything. So I'm being a little wary of that. Second set, first set I always just do my body weight. After that is when I start using the weight-assisted pull-ups. I think for the second to fourth set, I'm going for like 6 to 8 reps. As many as I can really. I'm putting 85 pounds on the assisted weight, So that means I'm alleviating 85 pounds of my body weight, which certainly makes it a lot easier to move and like control the squeeze, you know. Yeah. After this, I went into rear delt move. You guys know I've been enjoying these a lot. This is my second to last top set. I did 3 sets at this weight. First set I did with warm-ups, so 10 pounds, 20 pounds. Second and third set, or first, second, after that, I did 3 more sets, and then first and second set of those, I did 30 pounds for like 8 reps, I think. You know, I'm trying to go for as many as I can and maintaining control while I do that. Once I see degradation in the form, that's usually when I stop. 'Cause this is to really just get the blood flow going, get stability in the shoulders, get good like blood going to that entire joint, all the muscles around that joint, in order to make sure that I'm prepped for the movements to come, right? On this is my last set, or last top set. So I'm doing 8 sets at 30 pounds, and then I'm dropping it to 20 pounds and doing like 6 to 8 more, however many I can. I think 6 reps more. But when I'm dropping it, I'm not just slamming the weight, you know, because it's lighter. I'm going as even slower, you know, if I can, and trying to rep them out. I'll see you guys at the next workout. Okay, from there I did a warm-up set before this with just the bar and 45, so 135 pounds, and then I added the 50, 25 on each side, so 185 pounds. Overhand grip rows. I'm trying to minimize my upper body movement here, but there's still going to be a little bit, like you see that movement up to get the momentum. But squeezing as much as I can. Keep in mind, I'm pretty exhausted, you know, so I'm trying to maintain form, but I'm using a little bit of momentum to help me out here. I started moving pretty slow by this point itself, so, and this is like first half of the workout, you know, so it ended up being very good, you know. I think I tied for number 1 on my Whoop in communities. I have it set to the DMV area, so you know, District of Columbia, DC, and then Virginia, and then Maryland, and in all the areas I tied for number 1. So that was pretty cool. I like seeing my effort in as a data point. It really gives me a good frame of reference. Anyways, after I did the top set for like 4 sets, so overhand grip for 4 sets, I did underhand grip for 2 sets to get that upper lat squeeze going. All in all, it's a great additional movement, but it is very taxing on the body to do this. Having this sort of, I don't know what's I don't the word is slipping my mind, but I think it's dynamic movement, or more hinge movements, but I'm not too sure. Uh, it's been a long day. Anywho, yeah. So I did two sets of these, and then I moved over to shrugs, to do some traps. Let me wait. Yep. Okay. So I did two sets of trap shrugs, um, dumbbell shrugs. Sorry. I liked these last time, and they gave me a good bit of stability in my traps. So I thought I would do them during back day. I'm probably gonna do them both on back and shoulder day. They're just a really good movement to have. Um, I did. I'm pretty sure just two sets of these. I went for 16 on the first set and then 12 on the last set. Or did I do? Let me check. Let me check my. No, actually, I did three sets. Yeah, I wanted to do like 5 sets, but I was feeling it, man. By this point, I was exhausted. I was running on fumes. But I had to do what I had to do. So lowered this down to 3 sets. At this point, I had already hit the majority exercise or like the major movements. Now it's more like minute movements or like single arm movements. And the range of motion on this is a couple inches, so it's not exactly a huge movement. A lot of time when we're talking range of motion, it's about how much you're actually like moving. And if you're only moving a couple inches, there's not a lot of output coming from that, That's why shrugs are so easy to like load up on. Like you can go up to 120, 130 pounds because you're only moving it for a couple inches. Anyways, went over to single arm dumbbell row. I wanted to try this since I've been doing the cable rows for so long, and honestly, like this is good. It feels like I feel the right mind muscle connection here, but if I'm being honest, I still like the cable movement a little more. I feel like there's a little more stability there, and just the pump that I get from it is better. I feel like because there's so much momentum in this movement, it can nullify a lot of the fabric tear down or the muscle fiber tear down. So there is that, but it could just be me. Anyways, I did 2 sets of these. I think I did. I don't remember how many I did, if I'm being honest. But I think I went for like 10 to 12 reps. And then moved on to single arm cable pull down, single arm cable rows. So I'll see you guys there. Okay, so like I said, single arm cable rows. These have easily become my favorite back exercise. They just hit my like my lats so well. It's really helped me widen and widen my lats, but also getting like the density in my upper lats and my and the thickness of my back just looks so much better after having added these into my movements. Yeah, like I while I know I'm exhausted at this point, I still love repping these out. You guys have already seen these, so I did 3 sets, or I did 2 overall sets, right? But each set I would do 1 top set, 2 break, 1 working set, and then 2 additional sets. 8 reps at the top set, and then 8 reps on the lower weight. So I think I did 70 pounds, and then 40 pounds, and then 20 pounds. Yeah. Or 70 pounds, 50 pounds, 40 pounds. I think that's what it was. Yeah, so 8 reps at 70, 8 reps at 50 pounds, and then 8 reps at 40 pounds. And then switch to the other arm. I'm not kidding when I said exhausted. Like you guys can see it here. It's I'm really having to push, and it feels amazing. I love where I get to push myself these days, but I like doing this sort of effort. It's not feasible for every day. You know, this is a once a week, twice a week type of movement, and then the rest needs to accommodate for that type because of the long run. You know, when I'm putting in 6 miles of run time, and that's a lot of wear on my joints. That's a lot of wear on my hips, on my knees, on my feet. So I got to take that into consideration, and even my shoulders, to be honest. You know, when I'm going for that long, I have to focus on relaxing my upper body and lower body to make sure I'm not overtaxing my joints while I'm running, and then coming over to the gym and hitting my back day. I'm that much more aware of my body and aware of how much effort I'm putting in here. You know, when I'm trying to go balls to the wall with effort, I need to make sure that I'm not putting myself at the risk of injury as well. Anyways, after this, I did a couple cheeky little sets of pull downs just to, fully round it out. I did the first set, I did 160 pounds, 100 pounds, and 70 pounds, like 8 reps on each. This was the second set, my final working set. Like I feel like poop at this point, like I was overhearing my breathing over my AirPods, and man, I sound like a ragged dog. It's pretty crazy. Anywho, yeah, a phenomenal workout. I'm very pleased with the work I've done today. You guys are going to see the posing session as well. But yeah, I came home, had myself some filet mignon, some ribeye, and a sandwich, some good butternut squash and Brussels sprouts. And now I got myself some crumble cookies. So I'm going to eat this and then head to bed. I'm planning on going to the spa tomorrow after my leg day in the morning, so I'm really excited for that. Anywho, I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the posing. Alright, just finished up the back workout. I'm exhausted, dude. Oh man, I was really struggling for the last couple sets. Alright, let's see what we got. A couple pounds lost, a little bit of muscle gained. Man, I am looking forward to that meal though. I'm gonna go get myself a steak from Whole Foods, some sweet potato, or maybe some butternut squash, one of those two, Both are amazing. Maybe some Brussels sprouts. Whew, I am hungry. And then some good sleep. Anyways. Not bad. Alright, let's see. Front lat spread. Okay. The side chest. Alright. Okay. Let's see how this looks. I am worn out, but not a bad day at all. Okay, let's go get some food.